Hi guys, welcome to my lash studio. Okay guys, so we're gonna go into the tutorial of making lash fans. So I am using my fiber tip slim boot tweezer, which I will have all of my products linked in the description box below, along with my cashmere volume lash trays in 0.05. So I'm just gonna go ahead and start by picking up the amount of fibers I want from the lash strip. So I usually go for around this much. You can see it's not too much. You don't want to grab too many because if not, your fan will be too thick. So this is a perfect amount. You can also see that I'm grabbing it in between of my tweezer. So like right in the middle of the tweezer, not in the tip and not on the boot part. You want it right in the middle of that tweezer. You want to close, of course. Don't squeeze the tweezer too much. Just make sure that the tweezer is nice and closed. Then you're going to bring those lashes straight back towards your body, just like this. So now you can see you have your perfect little bundle of lashes. I'm gonna move the tray out of the way to make sure that you guys can see. So right here, then what we're gonna do here is we're gonna focus on very slow and controlled micro movements. So I'm gonna go in with my thumb and my index finger on my left hand if you are right-handed. I'm gonna go in and just give the slightest pinch to the base, just like this. The tweezer is still closed. And then as I'm pinching the base, you wanna slowly release pressure on the tweezer and you're gonna see it fan out. I'm just slowly releasing pressure and you're gonna see it fanning out, just like that. So once you have it fanned out, just like this, then you're gonna you always wanna keep the base held with your fingers. Once you already have it fanned out, you wanna close your tweezer back to that same grip that you started with. Then you're gonna slowly and controlled move your thumb only. So just like this, you can see that the fan is still resting on my index finger. And then now I'm gonna go and, okay, I'm gonna fan it out one more time, just like that. This would be a narrow fan. So I am showing you guys the difference between our volume fans. So this is a narrow fan. You can see when I dip in the glue, I dip just a little bit, just like that. And then we're gonna go in and we're just gonna place it right here. And we're gonna go ahead and zoom in for you, more from the back angle. Okay. So just like that, you can see that the fan is not too wide at the top. So this is a narrow fan. This fan would be perfect for uniform volume sets. And then now we're gonna go in and show you how to make a wide fan. Okay guys, so now we're gonna go in. I'm grabbing slightly a little bit more. We're gonna go ahead and pinch. You're gonna bring them back towards your body always. You're gonna focus on getting these two corners right here together. Slightly pinch. You're not pinching hard, you're only slightly pinching, and then you're gonna slowly release pressure on the tweezer and then close. Once you have it fanned out, close your tweezer, remove your thumb, perfect your fan if you need to. Okay, I'm gonna dip in the glue, just the bottom. We're gonna go ahead and place that down right next to the narrow fan. Let go gently. Everything with making fans is slow and gentle. So if you can see here the difference between the narrow fan and the wide fan. The wide fan is used more for wispy sets. I can make this fan a little bit better. Usually you don't want to have like a gap here, but that's okay. If you were to put this in a set, it would not make a difference because they'll all blend in. But I'm going to go ahead and make some more for you guys. I'll make another wide one. And just really pay attention to the little micro movements that I'm doing here. Slowly releasing pressure on that tweezer. Once it's fanned out how you like, this is a much better fan. It's very consistent at the tips. Before letting go of your fan, I'm going to zoom in on this one for you guys so you can see how perfect this fan is. Okay, so that fan I just made now, you can see it's more consistent. And then you can see that the bases are very thin, and that's without me even having to bring it through the slit of the glue ring. And we're going to go ahead and keep making a couple more. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and pick up again that same amount. Bring the lashes back towards your body. Slightly pinch the base. At the same time that you're pinching, slowly release pressure on the tweezer, and you can see how beautifully that fan fans out, just like that. Squeeze the tweezer again once you have it fanned out as you'd like for it to be. It's all very slow micro movements, guys. Okay, this one, sometimes you have to play with it a little bit, so be patient. Never start freaking out, just be patient with it. Dip in the glue. There you have another one. I'll do one more for you guys. And of course, you guys see the little black dot around. It's kind of making my bases look not as thin as they really are, but that's just because the glue, of course, is like dispersing all over this dental bib. But you guys can still see from here, it's a very nice and snatched base. So I'm gonna go in, we're gonna make one more before I show you guys how to make spikes. So I know everyone's gonna be excited for that one. Sometimes if you pick up the lashes and they're not all completely straight from the base, just like here, you can still bring these lashes to the fan by just using your index finger and scooting them in. Also tap up to make sure that they're all even. You won't get nice bases if your base is not even before you even pinch. So before you even pinch, make sure that it's nice and leveled and even. And then you can go and scoot them in, pinch, slowly release. That one came out even better and faster. Sometimes it's when we're overthinking. This one I can pull out if you need to pull some out, some lashes. Usually I would do it with another tweezer, but I don't have another tweezer right here. So I just squished it, pinched it again. There we go, much better. We'll try to get a zoom in on that before we even dip it in the glue. Then we're gonna go in, dip just the slightest bit. And then we go in and place. As you're placing your fan, you also want to hold it for a couple of seconds before opening to make sure that your fan doesn't fall apart. So I actually get that question asked a lot about when they people say how can they get their fan to stick together without it falling apart once they place it. So it's a really easy trick. All you have to do is just hold it as you're placing it for a couple seconds and then open your tweezer, releasing it. So that way your fan can stay nice and put together. So now we're gonna move on to making spikes, you guys. So there is a couple different ways of making spikes. You guys will see some people like to use primer, bonder. Some people even use like some type of gel consistency on the tips of the lashes. And that will already close up the lashes for you, making it into a spike, kind of making it easier for you to go in and pick it up and place it. But for me, I like to make my spikes a little bit differently. For this one, I will pick up another tweezer. Pause. Guys, so I got my other tweezer. So the way that I like to make my spikes is I like to just pick up the amount of lashes I want. Like I pick them up already looking like a spike. Also, what really helps is picking up the lashes much higher up here opposed to down here, how we do for a regular volume. You want to scoot your tweezer up and pick it up higher. By doing this, it's already going to help the tips of the lashes stay in a spike. So basically, spike it's basically a closed fan. So you can see that when we picked up all the lashes for these fans, it was all just one, and then we fanned it out and it turned into a fan. So a spike is a closed fan. We're just gonna pick up and we're not gonna fan it out, and that's gonna be your spike. The trick here is just picking it up higher and looking at the tip. This one, okay, we're gonna try to make that work. You see how it's spread apart, but once you dip into the glue, you can make it come together just like that. So now what I like to do with another tweezer is I like to go in and pinch the tip, just like that, just a little pinch, just to make it even more spiky at the top. Same thing, hold for a couple seconds as you're placing. And then you can go ahead and open. Of course, it's on a dental bib, so it won't be the same, but I can put a little bit more glue. You're gonna have to pause that because he cannot be bored. Okay, and then also I want to show you guys, so right here, you can see that the lashes are kind of split right here. So what I'll do is that will actually end up messing up my spikes. So anytime I see them split like this, I'm going to take those off, and you want to pick up the lashes when they look nice and dark and full, just like it does here. Right there, I'm going to go in and pick up my spike from the tip. You already want to pick it up. You can kind of control the fibers, how they're going. So I need to control this here. You're basically making the spike as you're picking it up. This is what I mean. Can you see right there how it's nice and closed at the tip and nice and dark? So now we're gonna go in and dip that in the glue. Don't worry about the base coming apart. Scoot them into each other with the glue. Okay. This would be a, okay. See, it actually ended up opening up because I wasn't squeezing the top here. So we really do have to squeeze that top. I was doing it too rushed for that one, and that's why it opened up. So just take your time, guys. This is a better one. I'm going to take my time and hold it here. So that way when I open, it stays nice and closed. Put a little bit more glue. I wouldn't do this on a client, putting more and more glue. This is just so I can show you guys it's staying nice and straight up. So just like that. Yes, there's this little lash here poking out. If we squeeze it, it should come together. Okay, we're going to make another one. Take off any little stray lashes. You want to pick it up nice and thick like this. And of course, you can also make your spikes skinny. You can make them thicker. Right now, I'm kind of making them skinny. It depends on the set that you're going for. I'll show you guys how to make a thicker one. I'm going to go in with my other tweezer and pinch the base. The tips. That one still opened up, which those would basically be pixie spikes. These are still spikes, you guys. This one and this one that opened up over here is just depending on the exact style you're going for. So you really want to look at that inspo picture that your client is showing you and look at the spikes and pay attention. Are the spikes thin? Are they pixie where they're opened at the tips a little bit? Are they chunky? I'm going to do a chunky spike for you right now. This would be more of a chunky spike. Again, it just depends. You're just picking up more lashes. I'm going to take this one out or bring it together. I'm pinching back and forth from both tweezers. Just like this. So this would be a chunky spike depending on the style that your client is requesting. Hold it there. This would be a really nice chunky spike if that's the look they're going for. Okay, guys, so that's the different spikes, the pixie spike, the chunky spike, and then the more thin spike. We have our wide fans and then our narrow fan. So we know that for the narrow fan, we use those to make a uniform volume set. And then we use the wide fans to make more of a wispy, airy volume set. Spikes we use to make wispy sets, more like the strip lash volume sets. And just depending on the set that your client is requesting, whether they want chunky spikes, this would be the chunky, this would be the pixie. Pixie is just when it's a little bit opened up at the tips at the top. Chunky, you're just grabbing a little bit more. And then this would be more of a thin spike. The sets that I've been doing lately, if you guys follow me on my TikTok, I use more of this spike right here, which is more of the very thin spike. And you would think that they don't show up in the set, but they actually do. So comment down below if you guys actually want to see a full tutorial doing a wispy set or any specific set that you would like to see on an actual live person. Comment down below and I'll do that for you guys next time. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video making the fans. If you guys have any other additional questions, be sure to leave them down below. I do answer everybody's questions in the comments. You guys can also feel free to follow me on Instagram and TikTok. It'll be the same as here, Luxury Lashes LA. And feel free to DM me as well on Instagram if you guys want. If you guys message me on TikTok, it is a little bit harder to see those messages. So either leave it in the comment down below or DM me on Instagram. So yeah, guys, that's it for today's mini tutorial on how to make different fans, including spikes. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, I would appreciate if you guys leave this video a big thumbs up. Please don't forget to subscribe on your way out, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.